Welcome to the Messy Mom in the Kitchen. I'm Rachel and I am your host. And today we are going to be making salmon poke bowls. Now there's lots of different varieties. This is one of the simplest ones, so let's get started. The first step in making our salmon poke bowl is to make the marinade. So I'm going to take my Tamari soy sauce. I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon. Now this recipe is just for me. I went to my favorite fish market today because it was right around the corner from my dentist. And I'm the only one in my house who really eats fish, so I make just enough for one. I put 1 tablespoon of the tamari, 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. Now with many things, you know I like to make more for leftovers. But when it comes to raw fish, you really want to just have enough for what you're going to eat that day. So 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. Now, I'm going to take just a half a teaspoon of sesame oil because that gives that a little extra sesame and just fun aroma. You can take a whisk or a fork. I'm just going to use my fork to mix it up. And if you're doubling this or making more, you just want equal parts of your soy sauce or your tamari and your vinegar. So that's mixed up. I'm now going to put these to the side. I have my salmon and I have about just under half a pound here of salmon. So I'm going to cut it into cubes and then put it right into my bowl. Then I'm going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator for, I don't know, a couple hours. I would say when you marinate it, you want a minimum of 30 minutes, but the longer you leave it, the better the flavor will be. And because you're gonna be eating it raw anyway, it's okay, you can use the extra marinade as part of your dressing. You'll want to give it a good stir to make sure that the salmon is fully coated, and you're going to cover it, stick it in the refrigerator, and then I'll show you how to make the rest of our poke bowl. A few years ago, riced cauliflower became the big thing. You know, it depends how you prepare it. Sometimes it can be bland, sometimes it can be crunchy, sometimes it can be soggy. But I have found that it is very convenient. At Costco, I get these shelf-stable packets that, you know, they last for a long time and they just take 90 seconds to heat up in the microwave. So when you're making your poke bowl, you can use any kind of base. You can use white rice, brown rice, cauliflower rice. You can do it over a salad. I like to do this. I heat up my cauliflower rice, then I drain it so that it doesn't have that sogginess and it doesn't have the moisture, and then it absorbs the moisture and the flavors from the marinade. So I am gonna tear the side a little bit, that way it doesn't explode in the microwave. A little on each side. I'm gonna put it in for 90 seconds. Then I'm gonna let it cool because I don't want the salmon to cook. Remember, this is a poke bowl. Now that it's had a little time to cool, as I said, I wanna drain it. So I'm gonna take my nut bag. I know, you've seen me use this in other things. It's so convenient. So I'm gonna dump everything in here. Really shake it to make sure everything comes out. Give it a little twist. Might still be a little hot, but I'm gonna fully drain it, and then we're gonna go over back to the counter so that we can put it in the bowl and make it look pretty. Now that the cauliflower rice has been cooked, cooled, and strained, I'm gonna dump it in here. And I like to make it look nice. And you can use lots of different things. I thought I had more vegetables, but since I don't, I'm just gonna use this as my base. I'm gonna use a fork to spread it around a little bit. Then I'll add my salmon. And I like to use a little bit of nori, you know, the seaweed sheets. So I'm gonna put my salmon in. If you want, you can sprinkle it with sesame seeds. You can use radish, cucumber. I often put cucumber in here. Some people put peppers as well. Like that extra sauce because then it mixes with the cauliflower. I'm going to take one sheet. In fact, I may have a partial sheet from the last time that I made sushi. And I'm just going to tear off little pieces to put on top. That way, as I'm eating, it mixes in. You can make it look really nice if you're serving it to others. But it's full of protein, full of nutrients, really good for you. And it's a pretty filling dish as well. So this is going to be my dinner in a few minutes. So, as always, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to subscribe, share this with your friends, like it, comment below. Thank you for watching The Messy Mom in the Kitchen, and I look forward to seeing you next time.